Good afternoon, everyone. We're so excited to be with you here today. Speed, efficiency, and accuracy are critical components for any bank that's trying to be successful in small business lending. And the small business borrower of today demands that you be responsive, that you provide convenient channels, and that most importantly, your credit decisions help them grow. I'm Mike Horrocks, Vice President of Baker Hill, and I'm joined today with Eric LaPlante, my lead product manager. And for nearly 35 years, Baker Hill has been empowering financial institutions to do exactly that, to grow more profitable small business relationships. We do that by offering services that streamline the entire loan origination process and also offer portfolio risk management solutions that are driven by powerful business intelligence and profitability insights. Today, we're going to show you Baker Hill NextGen's online loan application and business loan origination capabilities, and show you how you can take your small business lending to the next level. So let's go ahead and switch over to the iPad, and we're going to let Eric, my small business owner, show you how quick and easy it is to enter in a small application with our turnkey solution. Now, with this application being a responsive solution, you have the ability to push this wherever your small business borrower is, be it on the road, in their store, or on the couch. Either way, you're able to meet their busy schedules. And we align the application with your credit risk policies and guidelines. What this does is gives you a couple benefits. First of all, it ensures that you're only asking the most relevant questions for that particular type of credit. That means that you have a higher completion rate. Additionally, you benefit from online validation, making sure that your applications are complete and accurate, and that helps with your Reg B guidelines as well. So from this point, we're going to show up all the disclosure documents that we would have to do, and we're going to go ahead and submit this application. And now you're going to see later the benefit of an end-to-end acquisition to decisioning workflow. Now, we realize also that not at every point in time as a small business owner do they have all the documentation that you would need for a complete application. That's not a problem. With our built-in customer portal, you're able to upload any documentations or restart this application at any given time, giving you an optimal restarting point to go in and build this application. Best of all these documents are attached to the application, and so the underwriter would have these at their fingertips at any time. So let's shift gears with Eric, and let's make him now be a credit manager at the bank. So what you're seeing here is the hub of Baker Hill NextGen. It's the core of the solution where I go in for my daily activities and reports. Here I have interactive, dynamic, but most importantly, shareable reports that I can give across the enterprise. And as a line business manager, what this allows me to do is see my pipeline production and make sure that I'm employing every resource to make sure I'm responding to my borrower's needs. So let's go ahead and let's look at that credit that Eric submitted earlier as a small business owner. So again, thanks to the end-to-end acquisition to decisioning capabilities that we have within Baker Hill NextGen, all that data is there ready for me to view and utilize in my underwriting process. And in fact, because we utilize what we call credit policy services in the background, I was able to verify that this was a complete app and actually move it all the way to my credit analysis queue. Now, this credit analysis queue is part of this standard workflow that I have that you're seeing here. But again, based on your type of product, your exposure amount, the credit risk, any kind of variable, you'd be able to adjust those workflows utilizing, again, those credit policy services to make it as simple or complex as you need it to be. The result is a credit policy-driven workflow that matches exactly to your guidelines and makes sure that you have an efficient and consistent underwriting experience. And once we have that application, we obviously want to enrich it with other third-party data. Having our open structure makes it so that you can benefit from the built-in connectivity that we have to all the credit bureaus, scores, fraud, regulatory databases, you name it. We have that data at your fingertips to ensure compliance from OFAC to red flag or anywhere in between. And with that data, not only do we present it, but we actually make it part of your credit policy services. So all the data elements that we pull back can be applied to the credit policy rules, so you have a complete and expansive set of credit guidelines for each and every credit. So now we're going to go ahead and look at the decision page within Baker Hill NextGen, and Eric's going to go ahead and make a decision on this loan. Again, with the credit policy services, you have the ability to define your decisioning strategies. You can go anywhere from a judgmental, fully manual process to a highly automated auto-decision capabilities, or anywhere in between. We adjust to your risk appetite and your guidelines. In this particular example, it's a manual, judgmental approach that we had, but I still benefit from those credit policy services because you can see the messages are helping me as an underwriter see how I can be consistent with my bank's guidelines and their credit policy. And that helps me as I'm making the decision on what to do with this particular credit. Now, we also know that when a loan is booked, it's not the end of the story. But from here, I could go ahead, I could book the loan, I could document it with our partnership with Compliance Systems, Inc., and then I would move on to actually having that within my portfolio. Once it's in my portfolio, I still can run those credit policy services on a daily basis and identify any risks or potential opportunities and have my credit teams intervene appropriately. This gives you the ability to make sure that every loan's performing as you would expect, and that if there are opportunities for additional lines of credit or extensions, that you're not missing out on those opportunities. Now, in 2002, Baker Hill was the first to provide a SaaS online small business web application. And now you have the benefit of that legacy plus all the innovation and the multi-million-dollar usability study that's been applied to it to take your small business lending to the next level. So stop by and see why Baker Hill is the solution of choice for over 500 banks, including 20% of the top 100 banks for their small business needs. Thank you very much.